all in the wrist. Watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist. I never switch.
Coach EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, let's go. At their own 21-yard line.
Ready! 90 Wolf! Hey, Delta!
Drop deep. Shift.
Let's go!
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Haywood!
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Cowboys! Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go! 70 Andy! 59. QB drop! One QB drop! Kill! 25! Check! Hold on! Watch out! Check!
Southern man, this is Jarrett McKinnon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
A gain of 12
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Switch, switch, switch. H3. H3. Back, back, back.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang.
Check 30.
On first down, McKinnon again. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, 49ers.
Check 99. Check 99. Check safety. Check safety. Hey, hey, watch this. Watch it. Match box. Right. Whip, whip, whip. Watch the whip.
Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He finds Corey Davis. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now hot. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, set.
Right there.
Bristol, travel.
No.
Hey, echo.
55 mark, guy. 55. I'm scared.
Get it.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
55 to Mike. Here we go.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
55.
Right up.
Throwing again on second down. Minshew. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Here we go.
Get ready.
And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 7, 49ers nothing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
Minshew, 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7 on the counter. Hunt trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Yep. Hey, zoom.
Switch gears.
Hey, Alpha.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Go. Smooth. Let's go.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box, and guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Hey, Wahoo!
Shift! Watch the shift!
On 2nd and 12, Minshew. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. To throw on 2nd and 6, Minshew. There goes a deep. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he knew he was going to take a shot in the pocket. He did, but he also found a way to get it into the end zone.
And that has to ease the pain a little bit of the shot he took, didn't it? Being able to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go!
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating to use a boxing analogy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 3rd down gain of 19.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. D.D. Westbrook, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Steps away to his... And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Five. Rock it. Go out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
All day, defense, all day.
Yes. Hey, Delta.
I got you.
Ready.
Minshew sets to throw. And he's going to go down again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 38-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Go!
Mike 51! Mike 51!
Hey, Haywood!
On 2nd down, Minshew. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
Check nickel. That's it. Wide. Get wide. 66. Put it. Half.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Watch twist. Watch twist. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Third and goal, Jackson. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Hard, hard.
They run again with Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Let's go.
Here's Minshew. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
I'm letting you know right now. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Check 31, check 31.
Score.
Crunch.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Topper! Go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Buying time to his left. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Throwing is Jackson. Screenplay, McKinnon. 7 yards there on the first down screenplay.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Let's go now. Go to base. Hang on. Back to 59. Now watch one, watch one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now a quick pass to Richardson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run right side with Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. You. Hey, you. Hey, Sam off.
Hey, turn it up.
Ready?
Out of the gun is Minshew. Flush to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on to victory there, would be their 3rd of the year. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch twist. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Motion. Squeeze. Goose.
They'll run here with Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's got the first down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for it now.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Harold Landry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Alpha.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Double dog, that's the way.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Smooth.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
What? Squeeze.
Slam.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 5-4.
On 4th down, Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Let's go, defense.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check. Big ass. Tighten up. Hey. Sure. Go. Check 24. Kill.
25. Check 25.
Watch out.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mike, check. 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Come on. Check.
Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
32 yards now.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Niners, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought it could run, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, all 50